What's up, homies? It's your homegirl Natalie, and for today's video I was like, you know what, let's sit down and talk about trends, but not in the way that you think we're gonna be talking about. As you already know, I ain't that big on trends, but one thing I was thinking about was like, if I was in charge of like trend forecasting or just like what is trendy right now, this is what I would like to see for fall 2025. All right, so the first thing is Fringe, which I think is also a trend that is happening right now. But I was thinking about Fringe because when I went to Japan recently, there was this purse with this fringe on it that I really wanted. But anyways, it brought me back sometime in the 2000s when fringe became like a trend. Like, wow, that is so cute, because especially you would see it on jackets and sometimes on like ankle boots or something. But I was like, wow, that is so cute. But I could never find a fringe jacket, either like thrifted or at a reasonable price, when I was in either late high school or early university era. So I never got to wear any of that, but I'm like, you know what, it would be so cute if I could find something like that again. Or I think I could just make it, because it's literally just leather little pieces that I think is something that you can easily make. And I do have some leather and also pleather that I've been meaning to work with anyway, so that might be a little DIY that I might do. Next one is flared pants. Like, y'all already know, like, I love the 70s. I love that 70s flared style, but flared pants in any kind of way, into any extreme. I would love to see like the very extreme, like the mink pink pants that I have. Like, those are pretty extreme, like flares. Even if it was like Selena, like, you know, iconic purple outfit kind of flared, that would also be really cute. And as someone who has made those pants beforehand, it actually was quite easy to make, so something that y'all can try out. I think I made it using like someone's like Selena costume tutorial. If I find it, I'll link it down below. But yeah, I don't know, just flared pants, because fall time always reminds me of the 70s, so that's just something that I would love to see a little bit more of. I think we need to have more fun with our outfits, and I think flared pants would do that. If you were to get those flared pants, you might be like, oh, do I have to wear it in that like 70s way that it was worn way back when? But it's like, nah, the whole thing about like when trends come back, basically, right? Because trends always come and go, but when they come back, it's like there's a new interpretation of it and you could wear it a whole new way. So yeah, you don't have to be like flared pants, but I ain't trying to do 70s. You don't got to do all of that, okay? You could do it your own way, however way you think it's gonna look best for you. Next one, girl, is colored tights. Man, ever since I got my like first pair of actual colored tights, which was this year? Was it this year that I just got it? But dude, that has just made such a big difference with my outfits. Of like, sometimes where I'm like, I just needed some more color, or I needed another color to tie it in together, or there was just something missing. I was like, dude, just add in some tights, and that can really just complete your look, or just really take it to like that next level of whether that is dopamine dressing or maximalism to you. I think with color tights, I think we should also bring back just like the tights with either the polka dots or little bows or just something on it. Any kind of like graphic I think would be really cute. If that seems a little bit too extreme for you, try out either the colors of like red or burgundy, which I know like burgundy now is like kind of in for fall time. Try out a pair of like burgundy tights, or I'd say like a good old like soft pink. You can't go wrong. Or even like a white, even though that kind of screams a little bit ballerina, but you could still make it work. It's also a very easy and inexpensive way to just add in something more to your outfit to make it more interesting. Next is something that I had and then I sold it, and I kind of feel silly for selling it, but I understand why I did sell it because of where I live. But it's a cape. I sold a cape jacket that I had. A cape jacket, a jacket cape. I had that cape with me since high school. I ended up selling it because I was like, I don't really wear it that much here, because the change from summer to winter, essentially, we have like fall for like this much, and then it would go directly into winter time. So that's why I sold it, because I was like, I never get to wear it because fall time is so short. However, actually with these past years, we've had like at least a fall that has lasted a month. Beforehand, it would last like 2 weeks or something, and then I was like, it's winter time. But anyways, back on the cape. The thing is, I think capes are so freaking cute, whether it's a jacket or even a poncho style. I think would look really, really cute for fall time. If you're doing like poncho style, then you'll also be adding in the fringe element, and not in the way that we normally see, which is like with leather. But if you're doing cape as in a jacket, just make sure that it's structured, because if you get a cape that's like kind of flimsy when it's not supposed to be, in the way if it was like something that was like a knitwear, then it kind of looks weird. So if you're gonna get like a cape jacket, just make sure that the actual cape had a little bit more structure to it, so it keeps that look of like that dome shape around me. I don't know, that just might be me nitpicking, but anyways, yeah, get on a cape. If you end up seeing any capes at the thrift store, try it on, try it out. And I would either pair it with like another short little dress, but I probably would pair it some cute little short shorts. Some of the bloomers that I've made now, I would still want to make sure that I'm nice and warm. So some kind of like heat tech or GU warm like turtleneck underneath. And I definitely would want the turtleneck to be popping out from the cape as well. I don't know if I would like a mock neck with the cape situation. I definitely would want a turtleneck. And then of course some knee-high boots. That would look so cute. Let's add in a little beret, like, ooh, oh God, looking like Madeline, I think, right? Did Madeline have a cape? Something like that. If you guys end up seeing a cape at the thrift store, try it out, see how it is, and maybe you might want to pick it up if you want to be a little bit more creative this fall time. This next one is like kind of like a whole bunch of things, but I would love to see more personalization with our clothes and accessories for fall 2025. So one of them is funky like buttons, like because that's so easy to switch out, and you can find like so many different like style buttons, especially like when I went this past time in Japan. Like I already knew like they have so many cool different buttons. I had bought some already beforehand, but when I was with my mom, we saw so many different ones. Like there was one with like dogs on it, there's one with little cats on it, there's one with like donuts and cakes and all these things. And of course, like you don't have to go in that like kitschy style, but if you wanted like more like classy of like big gold, like not pendants, but kind of like that, you know, super cool like silver hardware or something, you could switch out buttons so easily. That's also a really easy way to personalize something and also to really make it unique. I think even knowing how to sew on a button is so useful knowledge to have. So please check out YouTube, okay? Because I got some friends that they're like, yeah, I don't know how to sew a button. And I'm like, it's a button. So when your button falls off from your jacket, what you do? Do yourself a favor, learn how to freaking sew a button at least, and then you can go ahead and customize so many different things in your wardrobe, whether that is actual clothes, some accessories that you have, change up the buttons, make it into something funky, make it into something unique. And you know me, I love having things that no one else does. That's just how I do. And this might be coming from like the whole like purse charms that we're seeing a whole lot of, which again, they say it's like Jane Birkin or whatever. And I'm like, to me, where that comes from, just like Japanese street style, like that's where I seen all those charms, even like on the phones, like that was something that was so big way back when in Japan. I remember just seeing them in so many dramas and stuff like that. That to me is where it comes from, not Miss Jane Birkin. Sorry, girl. Not that it's a race, but I'm just saying like that's where I thought it came from. Personalizing things more with either like eyelets. I think I told you about like this girl who I've seen this like eyelet headband and I was like, I could just make it. But also even like the scarf that my sister gave me in that like mystery haul. If you guys haven't seen it, it's right here. Check it out. It's so good. But she gave me this scarf that had a whole bunch of eyelets on it, which at first I thought was a belt, but I was like, it's a scarf. I was like, that's such an easy, fun, and like interesting way just to like jazz up something so simple, like just a black little scarf. So adding in things like eyelets on top of that, those things to make it are pretty inexpensive. So if you just have it, you could always use it for so many different things. I have personally been starting to get into putting pins again onto my things. Like I do have a couple blazers that I have added in pins, but they're just kind of like little baby decorations or even like brooches and stuff. But now I was like, I have this messenger bag that my sister gave me from my last trip that I went to California. And anyways, I've been meaning to put on like pins and like buttons and all these things. From this last trip to Japan, I picked up some additional little pins and buttons. And so now my bag is starting to take shape. So it's so cute. Well, let me show you right now. So now it's starting to look like this, and I just love it because I mean, like, it's so much fun. I love that it shows everything that you need to know about me right off the bat. I really like that. I like personalizing stuff. It also is just very much so like showing your personality, of course, because you're the one who is putting it together. So I think that's really fun. And this could also fall under like the personalization, but I really would love to see like boots with like, I don't know if I should just say hardware on it, but like with things on it. Like I really love the look of chunky fur boots. I wouldn't get them, but I like that look of like, as we all know, I'm a shouty, okay? And with my body, it can kind of look like, depending on what I'm wearing, sometimes it could look like very top heavy and the bottom is like very small. So that's why I like wearing something that, I guess something that does make my feet look bigger. I also have pretty small feet on top of that. So if it's either something just like taking up volume or just like creating more interest like towards my knees, I guess, like, I don't know, that to me looks really cute. I feel like it just balances my body when the bottom half like also has something like going on. I think that's why I love wearing my platform boots. Things like, oh God, god, there's these pair of boots that I've saved on my Pinterest for such a long time, and they're like these satin boots, but they have freaking bows on the bottom, on the back, and I was like, oh god, that looks so good. It looks so good. Like, there's definitely a space in your wardrobe to have like boots that they're very fitted to your leg, but there's also something that I just love about like something that's a little bit chunkier on the outside, like something that has like more structure. I don't know, to me that just looks also so good. But I think if we could personalize it with, I don't know, maybe it's like bows or ribbons, or adding any kind of hardware on it, studs, eyelets or something like that, I think that would look so freaking cool if we could add that in. I don't know if I'll be able to find like any inspiration pictures in this from like what I could just see in my head, but just like boots that have like stuff on it, I think that could be like easy DIYs that you can do. Like, imagine just getting like a bunch of like old belts and then adding them to like a pair of boots that kind of have seen better days. Like, it'll just add on to the whole look of it, you know? I hope you're getting what I'm getting. I would love to see more colorful boots. I would love to have colorful like knee-high boots, because I think those are so cute, and every time I see like people rock them, I'm just like, oh my god, that looks so good, and it can make an outfit just look so much better. I'll look at the price and I was like, oh, you paid like $300 for this. Not to say that you shouldn't, but it's kind of like, dang, how can I also get something like that? So what I've been thinking, in order to get myself some like affordable, colorful boots, and also hopefully also make it sustainable, is reworking a pair of boots and either changing the color. So I'm actually so happy to say that I was able to find my brown platform boots again. The last two were in my size, which was like 235. Freaking order them, and I finally have them here. So I'm finally able to retire my brown platform boots, but I'm actually not going to until they either A, like completely break apart, or B, maybe once I personalize them. Well, then again, if I personalize them, like, I'm not gonna let them go until, you know, they like break apart. But anyways, here's the thing I was thinking. I've seen like YouTube videos on people like changing the color of like their boots, whether that just be with like acrylic paint, I believe. But if you have something like suede, which is like those boots, there's a certain type of like paint that you can get for suede. You could change the color, and I'm like, oh my god, I could make those boots into anything I want. So I'm thinking about like making them into like pink boots or something. God, that would be so cute. Or like orange boots. That'd be so freaking cool. But anyways, I gotta look into that and how to do it here in Korea. But I know like in the States you could find like a specific like paint. But try those things out. If you also want to have some colorful boots like me, okay, and you have a pair of boots that you're like, they've seen better days, let's try to rework them. Let's try to give them a second life. Maybe you could try to paint over it, and then you get whole new boots. This might also be part of a No, Albie, that was a fail. Go to place. Yeah, Albie, go reflect on what you just did. That was a major fail. Sorry about that. This might also fall under personalization. There's so many personalization things, because you can add this to a garment, but you could also find this already in garments. I would love to see more items that have like a contrasting trim to it. I think in this Lyrica Matoshi top, I've seen that, and I've seen it in a couple other things, but not only does it add in like just interest to an actual top, and it could be something so simple, but then when you add in that contrasting trim, it's like, oh wait, there's something a little bit more. But it's also another really easy way to add in some color, and it's such an easy DIY as well. I think it just makes things look a lot more interesting and a lot more fun, and I like it. It's not random, but another trend, my trend for fall of 2024, okay, something that I would love to see is people wearing gloves more. I see this a lot in K-pop videos, seen that throughout so many years. Every time I've had to do some kind of like K-pop outfit inspired whatever video, I'm always like, dang, I need some gloves, because they always be wearing gloves. But I think that's just really cute, because on top of that, they're not wearing it normally. Well, not, I shouldn't say normally, but they're not always wearing it with like a fancy dress or something, which is like the way that we would normally think, like, you know, you gotta wear gloves. But like you could wear it with something as simple as like a t-shirt and jeans and just have some gloves. Problem with wearing gloves is the fact that we're always on our phone. So you would have to make sure that the gloves are a material that you can easily like still use your phone with. But I think that would be a really cute just like accessory to add for fall time. And the thing is with the gloves is that you can have them in so many different types of fabrics. So it just could be a really interesting way to add in more textures or more colors and all that stuff into your outfit. Again, the trickiest thing is the fact that we're always on our phone. But I don't know, maybe if I had some gloves that like didn't really work that well with your phone, maybe you could add in like a little patch like on the index and the thumb to see if you could still kind of use it like, yeah, that might be a little bit niche. Like it's probably not like a day-to-day kind of thing that people would wear. But I don't know, if you're kind of like going out to like an event or for drinks or something like that, maybe add in some gloves. I think that would look so cute. And I think that's definitely something that I'm gonna incorporate a little bit more. I definitely want to make myself some gloves, and I do have some mesh fabric that I think could be perfect. And if you actually wanted to DIY yourself some, make sure you're working with very stretchy fabric. I would highly suggest working with like some 4-way like stretch mesh, because then all you really need to do is just like outline your hand, like make it just like a little bit bigger, and then like the arm part a little bit bigger, sew it up, and then it kind of fits like pretty well. So yeah, try it out. This is also something that I saw in our Japan trip that we just went to, but it's also something that I've been wanting to wear personally, and I some items like that, but I would love to have more of them and like more exaggerated versions of this because of what I've seen. That like ruffled tiered mesh, maybe like chiffon dresses, like they're just really big and oversized, almost like a tutu. These kind of dresses that are just like so oversized, so big. And the fun thing to me about wearing things that are like super oversized is like you don't ever have to worry about how your body looks, because it's like, yeah, it's meant to look super exaggerated, and it's just like fun and whimsical to me. When we were in Japan, when my mom and I were on the train, we saw this girl come in. She had this super cute cream, like hella freaking ruffly tiered mesh dress, and she wore them with jeans, and she had some flats on, and I think like a black little bag, and she was this small girl, but it looked so freaking good. And my mom and I were like, that outfit is so cute. I was like, I want that. And I kind of have something like that with the cream dress that I have, that like tiered dress, but I would like it, if it's going to be that long, I really need it to be puffy. But seeing this so much in Japanese fashion, I just love how that looks. So good. I would love to see more of that. We're just like people, you know, looking like little mushrooms. It's so cute. This fall trend, I feel like, of course, I would say this because I'm me, but we all got to be wearing berets. Everyone must wear a beret. It's just like the quintessential like fall hat for me. I would love to see more people out there rocking a beret. I had people tell me like I think a beret is really cute, but it just never works on me. And it's like you just have to find the right placement that works for you, for your head, or maybe it's like for your hair or whatever. You just got to figure that out and then just always rock it that way. That's why I always love wearing my berets like over here, tilted on the side, and then like it to be a little bit like poofy up top. For some other people, they're okay to have it like flatter, and they're okay to like wear it like this way and down. So it really all depends. Maybe I should make a reel on like different ways you can wear your beret, because trust me, there's a way for you to wear your beret this fall. And our final fall trend that I would love to see is some kind of like knitwear skirts. Like I was seeing some photos on Pinterest and I was like, oh man, those are so cute. Though the fit of it would be a little bit complicated to get right. So like what kind of knit? Like does it have to be like super stretchy, or is it gonna just be like rigid or something? But either way, I don't know, just seeing these photos, I'm like, I could only imagine like how comfortable and cozy you could feel in those. Knitwear skirt, you add in a really nice oversized sweater. Let's add in those colorful tights. Let's add in that beret. Let's throw on a cape and some knee-high boots. That looks so cute. I don't know where I would be able to find this, but who knows? Maybe you could like upcycle it, a knitwear kind of dress. Maybe you could try to upcycle it into a skirt. I could probably go on and on about what trends I would like to see come up in fall of 2025, but we're just gonna keep it at that. I think this kind of covers a good base of what my feelings are. I hope you guys took some inspiration from that. Maybe started thinking like, maybe we should all be wearing berets. Maybe we all should be painting our shoes. And maybe we should all be putting eyelets and pins on our bags. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope this video finds you well. Hope you are doing great, and I will see ya in the next one. Bye.